So we're getting ready to redo this primer. As you can see, it's really bad through here, up through here. It's where my boots hang out right there. In fact, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that is from my boot. So we're gonna take care of this thing today. It's kind of been an eyesore, and it's kind of the biggest thing you see on your bike when people look down at the engine. So time to get rid of it, fix it up. What are we gonna do? Well, we're going with Wrinkle Black. I considered doing a Line X, and I was like, why? I could probably do it for cheaper and better. So here we are doing it. Morning, folks. All right, so we're gonna get started this morning. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this stuff here. Really good stuff. About 30 minutes, this paint will be all eaten through. Then we're gonna follow it up with some rubbing alcohol after we do some sanding. And then we're gonna finish off with this. Hello, folks. Back here, we're gonna go ahead and get dressed up. It's just pretty nasty stuff. We'll leave this paint in about 30 minutes, so imagine what it'll do to this trash bag that I've got here. So I've got a couple towels and whatnot underneath. So we should be good. Shake this baby up really good. And we're not going to put it on here, we're only putting it around here. Woo! A little pressure in there. Boy, that stuff is just eating it up good. I just tried to take off a little bit that I got on here on the inner rim of this here, and it just ate that paint away that fast. But you can see it's bubbling, it's eating, it's eating through the bag, it's bubbling the bag. Hasn't gone through the bag yet though. More to follow. Just another update here. Been about 20-25 minutes now. Bubbling up pretty good. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. It says to just scrape this off and then rinse it off with water. So we're gonna try it and see. All right, check this out. Better view. Really starting to eat that black paint up. As you can see right there, I got a little bit right on the inside lip there. Just ate the hell out of it. But it's looking good. More updates coming. Welcome back, folks. I'm going to start stripping this down. Looks like it's about ready. Gloves on, get my eyeballs protected. I think is what we're going to use. Oh yeah, look at that. It's not ready. Not ready in my book. That's ready, look at that. We may get a little wild, we may burn a little rough, but we'll give the shirt right off the back and call a stranger. Right, we may not get along, but we all look one up. That's just the way you are when you're a southern motherfucker. How clean that stuff comes off. I was born back in the day, I've been rolling in the
lot of you out there are going to tell me I should probably be sanding this differently, but I definitely want to hear from all of you, because I am not an expert in aluminum. I do love aluminum, but I'm not an expert in it by any means. I know it's got a grain, different types of aluminum have different types of grains. I know bent aluminum is like totally different. But I'm pretty certain this is billet. Yeah? Correct me if I'm wrong again. Hey, welcome back everybody. This thing's pretty much been stripped down, sanded. I'm just kind of cleaning it up at this point. Getting ready to tape it up. I'm going to work on this part here first. Alright, so what we have here is we have a line here about the width of my finger there, and basically no paint on there at all. So that's how we're going to go back with it. After I touched it, I'll put my oils all over it. Alright, morning folks. So she's all done. Got her all taped up and ready to roll. We're probably going to pop this one here and put a bolt through it. This is what I made. Something like that. Oops, you can't see it. No. It just screws through one of these and then I can hang it. So yeah, she's ready to go. It's a little too hot already today. It's what is it right now? Right now it's 9:30 and it's 95 degrees. So it's going to be a warm one today. So we are going to let this one sit until tomorrow morning around 5 a.m. and we'll get up and hopefully paint it by around 5:30 or 6. Alright. Another day. Talk to you then. I think that's a really good first coat. We're just going to let that sit for 5 minutes now. Alright, morning folks. We decided that we're going to cover this bad boy up. That way I don't have to worry about dust getting all over the wet paint. By the way, you guys asked about this thing? Best thing ever invented. To get that little spray nozzle perfect every single time without getting paint all over your finger and all over your hand. Look at this. Nothing. This thing works awesome. Alright, good enough for this old man. Morning folks. So I'm just finishing up sanding my primer job. Doing some light, 800. Nothing major. Smooth it up a little bit, that's about it. I actually had a number of little pieces of whatever all over this. Dust, dirt. I live in Arizona, so I mean, it's just hard to keep this thing clean. So one nice little sanding and that stuff went away. So we're pretty much done all of this. We're focusing up on this area. There's an area here I don't want to leave unpainted. From where the seal is outwards. Because obviously where the seal's at, it's going to have oil there, so we won't need to worry about that. But wherever the seal is outwards, we're going to make sure that it's at least a painted surface. That's where we're at right now. And we're just going to put it in this little groove here. And right up to this edge, right about here. That's about it. Blow it off with some air and alcohol and we're done. Alright, welcome back folks. So today I've been working on this. As you can see, we did the black right around here earlier. And that's on the inside. And then I went ahead and I taped up my derby cover, put a couple screws in. And we're going to put a little bit of tape on top of those screws. And then we're ready to go and shoot the whole thing. So just a little update. Wanted to let you know what was going on with this thing. It's a slow process. It was super humid here yesterday, so I wasn't even able to really paint. So today we're back at it a little bit this morning. Again, it was really windy, but I was actually able to get it done, so that was really nice. All right, folks, we'll talk to you later. Okay, here we are, folks. We're finally done. Put 3 coats of the Wrinkle Black on there. As you can see, we got a little bit of smoothness there, so we're hoping that's going to come out in the oven that we're going to do here shortly. Basically, all we did was, remember, we created this here from using one of the steels in our clutch. That's where we got that from. And then we used the cover, taped it all up, and put over the top of this, because this is just a black gloss down on here. And then the tape down here is got just bare aluminum, so that can get a good seal with the rubber gasket right there. So yeah, so that's where we are. Just put a couple screws in, as you can see over there. And now we're going to go put this in the oven at 200 degrees for about a half an hour. So more to follow. All right, folks. She came out looking pretty good for the most part. Unfortunately, we do have some runs back here. I don't know if you can see him or not. Pick this thing up. But yeah, right there you can see that. Little run there. A little bit of a run back here. You can see the line there. A little bit of a run up here. But I learned a lot through this process. This type of paint does not like thin, multiple layers. It likes just a few heavy coats. So I went a little bit too heavy apparently. Now it happened during my second attempt actually. I had to actually, the first one just didn't come out at all. I had a lot of spots that were just like, not like this. They were like this, basically just glossy. So, and there was just a few. There was one here, up and through here and up through here. And I think I had one down here or something. And maybe one or two up here. But anyways, we're going to redo it again. But I think she looks pretty good for the most part. I'm willing to do it again. Here's some of the tape that I was using for the holes here. That came out pretty good too. And this thing here, supposed to sit right in here. One-handed always works good for all stuff, right? But that's the idea, is the seal's supposed to sit on the aluminum, not the paint. And that gives you a nice good seal. All right, folks, have a great day.